Welcome to the Monday edition of the Snooze. We appreciate you joining us. Rod Babers and Ahmad Brooks here. Look, if you have not logged on to LonghornStation.com, shame on you. You need to check out Madani's Musings, Brooks blogging. This guy's got a blog as well.
Check
Some
it out.
funny stuff on there. Check that out. But Rod, I got to ask you, back in 2004, you and I are football guys. We both played in the NFL. In fact, we were still in the NFL in 2004.
Was glory days.
Where in the heck were you at when Janet Jackson exposed herself to the world?
I was there. It was at the Super Bowl.
It's the anniversary, by the way, today. That's why I'm asking.
I was actually there at the Super Bowl when it happened.
Nice.
So I didn't even get to really see it. We were there in the stands. I didn't really know what happened. I was getting text messages and people were like, calling me, man, that's crazy. I didn't even know what happened. Went to the DVR the next day and obviously got a chance to enjoy it what America enjoyed. So it was really crazy. It was pretty crazy, but I don't know. It was like the most DVR'd moment. I think the most rewound moment, like in the history of DVR, because people kept looking back at it. So
if I'd have had it, I'd have rewound it. Do you have any wishful thinking as far as maybe Queen Latifah and Carrie Underwood exposing themselves on the camera?
No. Carrie Underwood, now, hey, no doubt. Queen Latifah's been slimming down a little bit, man. Shoot, I mean, big girl need love too. Anyway, hey, I think Queen Latifah will be fine. Anyway, let's move on to those sports.
Moving on is exactly what the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts are doing. They will be in Miami today as Super Bowl 44 gets under the way. Conversation starts to heat up, Rod. I know it's early, but since we only have you one day a week, we got to ask you your Super Bowl predictions, score, MVP, and maybe even also, man, what you gonna be doing? You gonna be eating some grub, man.
I will. I might be hanging out with you at Main Event, as a matter of fact. So y'all go check that out, Main Event. That's probably where Rob B is gonna be in the zone, family watching the Super Bowl. I will say this though, it's weird. I just came back from Louisiana to visit my mom, so I was down there in the muck with all the fam from Louisiana, and they got me kind of thinking Saints here on Monday. And I'll tell you why though. It's kind of weird, but think about whoever the kind of the national media has sided with in these playoffs has kind of lost their momentum. They fell in love with the Jets. Obviously, the Jets fell in love with the Chargers, fell in love with the Cowboys, fell in love with the Patriots, the Vikings. And it seems like every time we fall in love with a team as a national media, it goes the other way. So that's one way right now. I'm kind of leaning toward the Saints right now. Also, the news yesterday about Dwight Freeney having the low ankle sprain, 3rd degree. I think that's going to have a drastic change in terms of this game, and I think that's going to be a huge factor. I really do think right now, because of that, I'm leaning toward the Saints. I don't think people know how pivotal that he is to their success defensively. Once you lose your best pass rusher, trust me, man, it affects everybody, including those guys on the back end. But I will say this. The Patriots have done a great job of having guys pick up. The Colts have done a great job, of having guys pick up where other guys leave off.
And the one thing that I want to mention is, I think that where the game will be decided has nothing to do with on the field. Tony Dungy is not on that sideline roaming for the Indianapolis Colts. No disrespect to Caldwell. I think he's a great coach. He's a rookie coach. He's there. Sean Payton impressed me several years ago when he used the fullback to beat the Cowboys. This guy knows what he's doing. 3 of the last 4 years, they've had the #1 ranked offense. They're going to score points. They're going to move the football. Hey, and I'm not just picking them just because I'm a former New Orleans Saints. I believe that the Saints, as you mentioned, with Freeney being out, I think this totally changes the complexity of the game, because if you cannot get to Drew Brees and Peyton Manning, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say over-under on 80 points scored for combined. I think it's over. So, and I think the New Orleans Saints are going to be the victors there. But join us all week long. Join the Sports Buffet. Join John and I in the mornings as we will be breaking down Super Bowl coverage. And we also have a few special guests that will be joining us. And if you get an opportunity, send in a bad email about Ray Ray and the job he's doing on the torch. Got me? It's a wake-up call. We love you guys.
Welcome.